I would like him to actually speak to us about what he knows concerning the death of MOHBAD and the actions and inactions of some stakeholders in the case of justice for MOHBAD. One thing I would not like you to ask him is to ask him for his identity. Please don't ask him for his identity. He will say things that he knows. You can ask some questions in some gray areas that you do not understand. And if he knows them, he's going to answer them. But don't ask him for his identity. Dolly Sass, you are welcome. But just give Gladiator Success some few minutes to make his submission. Or if Success wants to make submission after your narration of the whole event, that's fine.
General Venture, let him go on. Let him go on before, after him, I will speak.
Okay. Dolly Sass, you have the floor. You have the floor. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Thank you very much. Sass, are you there?
Am I on?
Yes, you are on now. Carry on, please.
Good evening, everybody. I've said most of those things I wanted to say last time I was on one of the live programs.
Yes, Dolly Sass.
Yeah.
Dolly Sass.
Yeah.
You know you are coming to this platform for the first time, and we have the gladiators and generals here. People really want to hear what you have said in other platform. People want to know what you want us to know. So some people are not, they didn't hear you speak on some other platform. I heard you speak, I met you halfway, and I'm also curious to know the full details of everything that transpired too. So we would like to hear you, please.
Okay, in a nutshell, if I can say in a nutshell, because this drama has been going on for the past almost 2 years now. So I cannot just wrap it up in a nutshell, but I'll try my best. Something very glaring about this drama is that it appears to be the first of its kind in this nation. It's the first of its kind where a particular person is being protected by very powerful forces, and those powerful forces.
Dolly Sass, just a minute. Yes? Just a minute, please. Please, can someone screen record this?
It's the first of its kind where state forces or some powerful forces are protecting some particular individuals, but mainly or majorly a particular individual. And that particular individual is WUMMI Adebanjo. Why they are protecting the protection started, this particular protection started from a powerful traditional ruler. That protection is from that powerful traditional ruler that is now connected to some powerful individuals, to some very, very powerful individuals. WUMMI has not got that kind of leverage or power to protect herself this way, because she committed a heinous crime. And if justice was to be meted out, she should have been arrested the very first day MOHBAD died, on Monday, 12th, around let's say 3 a.m. That's when he died.
On Monday,
was killed around that time.
Dolly Sass.
Yes.
Monday is 11th, yes. Not 12th.
And they came. Listen, check your dates again. The show at Kudu happened on Sunday.
10th.
Okay.
Yeah.
It happened on Sunday. Okay. Was it 10th?
10th was Sunday. 10th.
Yeah. Okay. 10th was Sunday. So he died on the 11th, the Monday. Very early on Monday morning. That's why I was trying to point out, around 3 a.m. on that Monday. He died when they came back from the show. They started quarreling. He and WUMMI were the ones quarreling. Prime Boy saved himself. Prime Boy was also aware that something is going to happen. Something is going to happen to Mohbad. He knew, but he dodged the bullets by the quarrel. He was siding, he deliberately sided WUMMI in that vehicle, knowing that Mohbad would get angry. Because Prime Boy was a close friend of Mohbad, and Mohbad expected him to support him, since he knew the story between himself and WUMMI. The Prime Boy deliberately Darusha, spending, and the others, they knew that they had been planned for Mohbad to be killed that Monday, very early Monday morning. They knew. So they were all in it. So when they got home around, they left the show around 11 p.m. So by the time they got home, it was almost around 2 a.m. in the morning. And when they got down from, they were fighting all the way to Lekki. They were fighting all the way. That's WUMMI and Mohbad. It was a serious fight. So WUMMI was in the plan of what will happen. Some people were already waiting for them at home. Some people were also coming from outside. She knew the plan, and the others, spending knew about it. Darusha knew about it. They were all in the game, in the plan. So when they got home around 2 a.m., they were fighting and quarreling from the vehicle until they entered the house. That their area is a very quiet area. Around that 2 a.m., when they were fighting and shouting, some neighbors came out and witnessed what was going on. Because that area is not like noisy areas like maybe Mushin, Agege, Ikorodu, and the rest, where the noise is the order of the day. No, it's a very quiet area. So when the noise was so huge, neighbors came out and witnessed what was going on. So they fought and entered the house. It was when they entered the house, they continued to the room. So it was a plan all the way. So when they got to the room, it was now the quarrel escalated. We battled Mohbad, and Mohbad, the others joined in, trying to overpower him. But Mohbad also, maybe slight in frame, he gave up a tough fight, hitting them with whatever he could hit them with, and the rest. That's why their faces were swollen when they came out the next day. The face was swollen. If you notice WUMMI's face, very swollen. Darusha's face, very swollen. But they could not really overpower Mohbad. That an SUV arrived in front of Mohbad's house. Two men came out of the SUV, went straight into the house, straight into Mohbad's house where the fight was going on. And that was how Mohbad was silenced. They came back in the out of the house, entered the vehicle, and drove away. Witnesses were there around in that their area who noticed everything, but they kept quiet, knowing the powerful forces that were there, that were behind the whole drama. Now, I asked the question: if somebody is doubting about these powerful forces, has there ever been a situation in this country, ever, for the past 40 years, 50 years, where a dead body will be carried to a police station and the policemen will not go into action, they will start to harass that person that brought the dead body, asking questions, badgering him about where did he get the dead body and the rest of it? When Baba Mohbad took Mohbad's body to the police station at Lekki, there was an officer that wanted to write police report for him. Another officer came out and said, no, you should not write any police report for Baba Mohbad. Baba Mohbad should take the corpse away. That was how Baba Mohbad took the corpse away. Few hours I think no more than about 3 hours after that, Sam Larry sent out a voice note in which he said all stations have been settled. All stations have been settled. There is a linkage between that voice and the second officer coming to tell the first officer not to write police report. It has never happened. Even if police saw a dead body in a vehicle, the people in the vehicle will be arrested. Has been supporting WUMMI. The person is not supporting WUMMI just for the sake of supporting. It is the paternity of Liam that is mainly important to him. Not even WUMMI herself. It's the paternity, because he 8 days after Liam was born, Liam, they were to do a naming ceremony where MOHBAD will be the father to give the name to Liam. WUMMI told MOHBAD that okay, in their home, what they do is that when the child is 8 days, they will carry the baby to their home, their own home, our mother's home. That's where they will christen the baby. For whatever reason, MOHBAD accepted, which is very strange. MOHBAD accepted. 8 days baby was the child that WUMMI carried to the palace of that traditional ruler. It was in the palace that they did native traditional DNA. Native traditional DNA to determine who is the father of the child. The result came out positive that that traditional ruler is the father of Liam. He was one that gave the name Liam to Liam. It was never MOHBAD. So it was from there that the plan to end up MOHBAD started. Because the traditional ruler, by the way, the traditional ruler, all the children of the traditional ruler are females. He has no male son. He has no son. He has no male as he heir to his throne. So he was very happy. But his happiness, he felt his happiness will be short-lived as long as MOHBAD is there. Maybe upstage him or whatever. People will have thought that, okay, what is the problem? If he knew that Liam is his son and it has been verified for him, what's the problem? He could have maybe arranged with MOHBAD and the rest of it. I think it was WUMMI that suggested to him, because of maybe to claim MOHBAD's property. Also, if MOHBAD is killed also, I suggest that they should make away with MOHBAD. And the traditional ruler acquiesced, agreed, show by also Briso and the Cubana chief priest. That show was specifically to get MOHBAD in a corner that for that time he has to be killed. So that was what happened. Then there's another issue about this paternity test. WUMMI has already done the DNA test. When the first coroner inquest was set up, Mr. I will not mention names, but a senior advocate of Nigeria was the one that set up, facilitated the setting up of that coroner inquest. But the man was very careful, because after that coroner inquest, some days after the coroner inquest, WUMMI approached the senior advocate of Nigeria, that senior advocate of Nigeria, to act as her lawyer. The man accepted. But the man was very careful. As at that time, this DNA matter started rearing itself, its head up. Test we processed from his own chamber, So a lawyer from his own chamber, now with some maybe medical personnel, now took sample of saliva of Mama Mohbad, and then took a hair strand of Liam and went to do the DNA test. When they did that test, it came out to be negative. Because you see, in DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, that's the DNA, is the identity of anyone. So when you have family trees, brothers, sisters, fathers, if they are truly connected, they have almost the same DNA up to a level. So that's why the senior advocate of Nigeria advised that they can use Mama Mohbad's saliva. When Mama Mohbad, when they wanted to take her saliva, Mama Mohbad asked them that, why are they taking her saliva? And they said her saliva was just to be taken because they wanted to analyze that maybe she was coughing around that time or some days ago. So they wanted to see which medicine will be applied for her. No, that woman was not that literate enough. She accepted. So they did the paternity test. The result came out to be negative. That was the reason why the senior advocate of Nigeria immediately removed his services as WUMMI's lawyer. Now about Mama Mohbad, there is something strange about that woman. The woman said not too long ago that, I will say it in Yoruba now, I say it in Yoruba, she said that Mohbad gbàgbé pé èmi ni ìpínlẹ̀, ó gbàgbé pé èmi ni ìpínlẹ̀, ibi tó ti ṣe mistake nìyẹn. Do you understand? So the woman does not have any iota of love for Mohbad. The reasons well known to her. So that was why she was easy. It was easy for them to rope her in, because they knew that without her acceptance of the situation, it will be very, very bad for them. If Baba Mohbad does not accept the situation and wants to find justice, and the mother of Mohbad also is looking for justice, it will be difficult for them. That's why it was easy for them to rope her in, because she does not really like Mohbad. She likes Adura a lot, but not Mohbad at all. For whatever reason, let's keep that on our side. So the situation has come to this point now we are in. The forces, the main thing that worries these forces, they are not looking at the corona inquest with hypertension or fear. They feel that they have that one under control. The main problem they are having is the DNA test. You know what? If the DNA test comes out to be negative, the cookie will crumble. That is the way the cookie crumbles. Because there definitely motive for the murder of Mohbad will now come out. That who is the father of Liam again? So that again. Darusha is after WUMMI. The people are looking at Adura. Darusha is the second main culprit after WUMMI. That Darusha was the personal assistant of Mohbad. For whatever reason, again, burden or maybe manipulation, maybe also spiritual manipulation, Darusha was able to have all the accounts or any account of Mohbad with him. Mohbad does not have any account at all until his death. So that the accounts of Mohbad or the accounts of Mohbad are with Darusha. So Darusha has a lot to gain from Mohbad's death. That was why it was easy for. See, I told you they were bashing and badgering Mohbad in that house after that show when they got home. fighting him, trying to overpower him, to kill him. But you know, somebody who knew he's going to die, he came out also with full force to try to escape, to defend himself. But they tried to overpower him. Until those two men came in, those two men were executioners, sent by that traditional ruler, all planned. It was really a master plan. This boy, prime boy, knew about it. He knew about the plan. He could have been there, but his conscience could not take it. That's why that rules of quarreling with MOHBAD by siding with me when he and MOHBAD were fighting in the vehicle that made MOHBAD to send him out. That was a face-saving grace for him. That's why he was able to escape and run off. He could not bear it. Spending was also close to MOHBAD, but probably spending out of monetary consideration, pecuniary consideration, he allowed himself to be bought in. Spending lied that he saw MOHBAD in the morning of that Monday around 10 a.m. and he asked MOHBAD about his arm. How is his arm? And MOHBAD was asking him that, okay, the arm is almost okay, but can he get a nurse for him? Spending is telling a blatant, total lie. The nurse came on Tuesday. MOHBAD died in the night of Monday, in the early morning of Monday. Not in the night of Monday, the early morning of Monday. So, how come that the nurse herself was saying that she wanted to give injection to a dead body? It's again conspiracy. You see, money does a lot. They already coerced the nurse and told her that, okay, this is what she will say. That she met MOHBAD, half unconscious, this and that. Inadvertently, she says a little bit of truth somewhere along that she met WUMMI and what's it called? Adura. They were throwing water on MOHBAD. And she asked them that, why are they throwing water on MOHBAD? He said that that's how they do it whenever he goes unconscious, to wake him up. Yes, they were throwing water on MOHBAD, but they were throwing water on a dead person. The point they were trying to do is, you see, the blood that still remains around his body, they were throwing that water so that that blood will not show to the nurse. Since the nurse appeared at the police station, the nurse has not spoken out at all because she was being gagged. Monies were being given to her and her father and the family. Just make sure that she gave the account the way they want her to give the account. But there's a problem with the account now, because if WUMMI had not done any interview up to now, the nurse could have been okay. She would be saved, even at trial, when the trial starts. But WUMMI is already pinning the death of MOHBAD on the injection given by the nurse. You see? So the situation is dicey now. Maybe they will assure the nurse that at the worst, she can only go to prison for 2 or 3 years. Enough money is there for her to spend later. But I do not think it will happen. Drama will ensue tomorrow. I'm telling you that great drama will ensue tomorrow. You see? The others in the house also, you see, tomorrow Friday inquest will, the Friday that's coming, 21st of March, another inquest we hold. If they don't finish tomorrow, another inquest we hold tomorrow. The idea is that all those 15 people, no matter how they have been trained, the bribing, the money, everything given to them, in this condition of Nigeria today, will have finished. Cannot guard them anymore. So when they come out tomorrow, or for those who will speak tomorrow, you will see them blabbering out the truth. God-sent interview to reveal the truth. There's no doubt about it that WUMMI, who brought in, he was already in rigor mortis. Rigor mortis means stiffening of the body. Rigor mortis starts in the face 2 hours after death and then spread to the rest of the body of around 8 hours after. So a total of 8 hours we take rigor mortis to enter the whole of the body. I just said that they checked his vitals, that's Mohbad's body's vitals, and they found that there was no indication of being alive because rigor mortis have already set in. And we claim in the interview that Mohbad died 20 minutes after. So what they did next was to carry the body to another hospital, just for vindication, because they wanted maybe a way out, not to say that Mohbad was brought dead. Because if she said Mohbad was brought dead to the hospital, it means that he had died in the house, which actually happened. He had already died in the house. So trying to lie that he died 20 minutes after he was taken to the first hospital is also a blunder on our part. So the other things that I don't want to start revealing now, because this case is going to be a showcase, a case that, in fact, unknown to some people, there's going to be a redefining of justice for the better in this country.
Questions.
Just a minute. I said, then you will see the element of truth in whatever WUMMI is saying. So you can ask him questions in due areas, but don't strangulate him to give answers, and don't ask about his identity. Thank you, all the gifters.
Thank you. Thank you to the gifters. Mr. WUMMI, Ekaleo.
Yes, good evening.
You sound like an elderly person. Agbanya Dalesa. My number one question to you is, this has been going on for close to 2 years, sir. Is there any reason why you have not reported this to the police, to the authorities? Is there any reason you could have done it anonymously without anybody doing it? That's my number one question, sir. Is there any reason why you have not reported to the police?
Okay. Now, when I started, I commenting on this issue, I said that has there been any situation anywhere since our independence in this country that a dead body will be taken to a police station and the police will not swing into action to investigate what happened to the dead body or where it's coming from? Because yes, I will reply that question myself because I've never seen such a situation in my life. Then secondly is that I told you that Mohbad carried Mohbad's body to the police station. A policeman was about to write police report for him. The second police officer came to the desk to tell that first officer not to write any police report, but Mohbad should take the dead body away. Then Sam Larry, 2 hours after Mohbad died, issued a voice note that says all stations have been settled. And what we have seen trending for the past almost 2 years now is protection for that lady called WUMMI, and generally a blockage of justice for Mohbad. This death occurred. The first thing the police should have done, is to go into Mohbad's house, arrest those people there, and start the investigation. Or they may even seal the house so that nobody tampers with evidence. That house was left months on end without
any recourse to investigating what happened or locking up the place. Okay, is it the same police that somebody will now go to?
Okay.
That you now start start investigation or do the right thing.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Dolisas.
Okay.
You have answered that question.
Mr. Dolisas, sir, I can categorically say that at least about 90 to 90% of what you've told us now, of what we've heard, is what most of us know. That's number one. Also, from what you said now, sir, you said Mohbad was spied in the house. What kind of spying happened to Mohbad?
No.
And do you have evidence of it, sir? Thank you very much.
No. There are, when you talk about evidence on something, and the police should be the first to investigate, to abuse or gather evidence immediately after Mohbad's death. They did not do so deliberately. They did not do so. So no one should not be talking about evidence like that in terms of the line you are trying to take it to. But I will say something. I told you that come to think of it, even Wunmi's godmother even said Mohbad died in the house.
Yes,
She did. She said, hi, she knows what she's talking about. She died in the house, and Wunmi was saying that. Wunmi was saying in an interview that Mohbad died 20 minutes after they took him to the hospital, trying to maybe fixing that with the nurse's appearance, that the nurse gave him injection, that he was still alive, and the rest of it.
Yeah, we know all that stuff. So
that's what I'm now saying, that when you are now saying that, do I have evidence to back up that? You see, there are motives and or motivational evidences that can still be used here. You see, I told that they came home around 2 a.m. that day, that early Monday morning, and they were fighting straight from the vehicle, and neighbors came out and heard their noise. Don't you know that? You say, okay, by the way, this DNA matter that I told you 8 days after Liam was born, and Wunmi took Liam to that. No, Wunmi took Liam to the Oba's palace, to that traditional ruler's palace, where they did traditional DNA. Do you see? It was somebody in the palace that gave her this information. You see, when 2 or 3 people are around the station like that, it's no longer going to be a secret.
Yes,
so somebody in the palace, very close to the Oba himself, that gave her the information that Wunmi did DNA. And it was confirmed that that traditional ruler is the father of Liam. And that traditional is the one that gave the name Liam to Liam. It was not Mohbad.
Said now, what
now, let me now conclude with that.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, that it was killed, as I'm telling you now, when those 2 executioners came, those 2 men from the SUVD came, it was they that now silenced him. The others, Darusha, Wunmi, and the rest, were trying to overpower him. Do you get it now? So they are all in cahoots on this situation. The death that killed him, it can be pinned on Wunmi, Darusha, DJ Bami, and the rest. That 3 a.m. that he died, it could be pinned on them. Those people just came in to ensure that he died finally.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
We will not know that. We will not know that because we will not know that because you see the way this drama
about not Mohbad. Baba Mohbad.
No. Before you go, let me hear that.
There was something that you said that Bosede spoke about. It was Joseph Aloba she was referring to, not Mohbad.
No, the one that she said,
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ìpínlẹ̀ Joseph
No,
Aloba.
No, how can I be referring to Baba Aloba?
She said pé òun ti ń bá àdúrà tó lé ìgbésí ayé ẹ̀ pé Mohbad ni ò jẹ́ kóun wà nínú ayé ẹ̀.
Okay, bóyá mi mo get it wrong ni ẹ má bínú.
No.
You said it that Mohbad gbàgbé pé òun ní ìpínlẹ̀ Mohbad àbàdá ìpínlẹ̀ referred entirely to Mohbad. It was later, after being coached, that she started changing it to include Baba Mohbad. Because she out of her fury and then frustration with Mohbad, she said that. But she now realized, or those people coaching now realize that if this statement is allowed to spread, then it will mean something that maybe she hated Mohbad so much. That's why she now tried to bring in Baba Mohbad later.
General vengeance.
That I've said that may not go down well with certain people. Do you get it now? But the truth has a way of coming out powerfully. And that's you have seen now unfolding. I will not say more than this. So, General Vengeance, please drop me.
Dolisa, you'll be able to come in to share more light. He has done remarkably well today by telling us what happened and what has happened and what is happening now. So please, I don't know if whatever that has offended anyone on the panel, maybe you wanted to ask questions, but you are not able to ask questions. Maybe we keep it to the saints. Do not trust anyone. God will keep you safe for the cause of justice. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Baba Vengeance, ọgbọ́n ṣe síbi kan, ẹ jẹ́ kí mọ́mí parí ọ̀rọ̀ wọn. Ṣẹ́rí kò ṣe nípa ti ara ní púpọ̀ wá rìn, nípa ti ẹ̀mí kú abẹ́. I want to say something. I typed something there. When you said, I can bless in your community, I'm not going to bless. Why this sensitive? Is it proper this way? Mohbad case is very sensitive. Ani Baba ni lawyer, Ani Shitu. This is not the right way to come and ask, say all these things right now. Emi only one bad question. That is why my own got the first on them. They align with mommy rich grades. Why this time? Why is it openly to the whole world now? Only what she nǹkan ẹjẹ àwọn guided ẹni sùúrù sá mo mọ̀ pé platform yìí lélẹ̀.
No. Only get me sọ fún yín. Ẹ má ṣì mí gbọ́. This is not the first time Dolisas will be going on platform to speak. And my platform will not be the first platform for him to speak. I heard him spoke on one of the platforms or two. And I felt what he was saying. I met it halfway. And I only wanted him to come around and reciprocate the same thing. So it's not like a secret that he has never said anywhere before. So my own platform is not the first. So you understand?
Blame on you. The General Vengeance. Nobody's blaming you. Sherry, àwọn ìrìn àjò kan wà lákòókò yìí tó jẹ́ wípé wọn ò lè wú òtítọ́ tó wà ńlẹ̀. We say something and I want you to stick by it. Gbogbo wa ẹgbà bólúwa ti wà àtẹ̀mí ẹ̀sẹ̀. As God lives and is spirit.
Your network. We can't
Hello, your network.
Honest. See, number one. And then I want you to know, emotions have been running through all of us for so long. Ẹlòmíì lónìí ìsìn ní tó túbọ̀ yìí yóò sunkún mọ́jú ni. Lọ́kàn tó yẹ kó fi gbàdúrà ó máa sunkún mọ́jú ni. Mohbad ti kú. A dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé inú ilé ló kú sí. A mọ̀ pé lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn ló gbà kú. So, Ola, our focus 100% is on the corona. They only want to come and unsettle us. I am not fighting Dolishas, but meanwhile, don't dwell on this. Corona is tomorrow, and God is in charge.
Mommy, okay, that's the last thing. And secondly, only prime boy mọ̀ pé Mohbad fẹ́ kú ìbòlú torí yẹn nìkan ni mi ò gbọ́ rí.
Mommy 80. Ọlọ́run nípa làákàyè yín. See, they be coming around. Good evening, everyone. I'm so sorry. Mo fẹ́ sùn láìpẹ́. The spirit of the Lord ó ti ń lò mí láti àná kí n wá sọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀.
Ó máa dé nìyẹn wòlíì wa.
Màámi Rich Grace, Màámi Richie baby. But I'm so tired. I couldn't come out yesterday to announce that please on our platforms, please don't let us bring all these people up. Enough is enough. We are done and dusted. After today, I'm sorry. I know vengeance is very, very intact. I know he knows what he is doing. Come and tell us all these stories. Why now? Corona is tomorrow. You are not even talking about tomorrow. Why are you telling us walk by something? What story, Latimo? We all know this story already. Like I told someone this morning, I said, what are the points? Can you please give me the point? And I'm glad that I understand it. Okay, that makes sense. Please do not. I don't know for long about being Baba vengeance, Baba me. Ẹjọ́ ẹ má fún class lọ bàbá. Lẹ́yìn ìgbẹ̀dá tó ti wá ẹjọ́ ìgbẹ́sẹ̀ náà ti tó ẹ dáwọ́lé ẹ má wà mọ́ sí avenue wa o tẹ bá wá èpè ẹjọ́ torí ọ̀nà mo jẹ́rìí mọ̀mí yéètì ẹjọ́ tètè send life yẹn sí mi ẹjọ́ ẹ share life yẹn sí mi kí n tètè máa bọ̀ anybody tó bá ti wá nísìnyí tó wá give wrong story níbi bíbáyìí tó fẹ́ wá máa fún wa ní going back. The only story I want to hear is give me the video of where maybe you have the secret. Come and give me the truth and bring your proof. Give one of us the proof.
When people have been saying, then just look at this video, and look at the mouth of the baby, look at the ori of the baby, and the ọmọ ẹ jọrí ori Samuel Doe, ọmọ ẹ jọrí Ọ̀párájì, ọmọ ẹ jọrí kìnìkan. The essence of bringing this man up, ibi tẹ́ mi kí gbámú gẹ́gẹ́ nìyẹn. Pé wọ́n pa Mohbad bí wọ́n ti pa Mohbad yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ kọ́kọ́ ní area of my concern. Ibi tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ Ẹlẹ́gùṣí, tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ ba oníkànfàsì orí agbádá yẹn, ibẹ̀ lèmi gẹnu tì, ibẹ̀ ni mo ganu sí. Ibẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ ni mo ganu sí tí mo fẹ́ mọ ogun fàtì yẹn. So this part has confirmed pé Ẹlẹ́gùṣí ló wà nínú play yìí o, òun gẹ́gẹ́ ló wà lábẹ́ ìdíkò tó ń jẹ́ jìn. Thank you.
Ẹ ṣeun gan, vengeance ṣe é rí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ kankan ká tó tún sọ dáadáa. Mo mọ̀ wípé àti gbọ́ lọ́hùn gbọ́ nira fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn. Èmi náà máa ń sọ, èmi ò dẹ̀ ní kẹ́nìkẹ́ni ó gbé mi èmi kọ́. Nínú ìrìn àjò justice for Mohbad, nǹkan mẹ́ta ló confirm. Ẹ padà sí di àwọn videos. Bọ́ nígbà tí mi ò kí ń ṣe Pastor Adébóyè, ta ló fẹ́ gbọ́? Tí mi dẹ̀ kí ń ṣe bàbá kìnnì kan ní winners kí lórúkọ wọn náà Aboyedepo. Yeah, the word of God came expressly and he told Saheed ṣe tó máa ṣe fún àtúnṣe torí ó mọ̀ wípé ọmọ yẹn ìrìn àjò yẹn ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ ló ti wá àtọ̀ ẹ̀ ló bí òun náà lè ájú ẹ̀. And there was a video. If there was anything that anybody knew me by, it was that open letter to Saheed Elegushi. Ẹni tẹ́ ẹ bá rí ló máa sọ wípé mọ̀ ẹnìkan wá confirm. No, that boy belongs to Saheed Ademola Elegushi. Pàṣán dẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run wá fi ṣe.